Hey friends, Jeff here with RV Optimizer, and I have a really cool special guest I'd like to talk to today. You probably know him from the trumpet sound. There you go. So Matt with Matt RV Reviews. Matt, thank you. I've taken a few minutes with us, and I'd really just love, and I think some of the viewers would like to know, how you started in the business, and how it came to the place it's actually at today, that you are an influencer.
Oh man, I love it.
Yeah.
Thank you. Okay, so my name is Matt from the YouTube show Matt's RV Reviews, and we're going to go way back to 2015.
Yeah.
I was an RV salesperson at Leo's Vacation Center. I work for General RV now, but Leo's will always be my Bowie Bay Sox.
Okay.
My minor league team, and not minor league, but just my first home team.
There
you know
you
what
go.
I'm saying?
Yep.
And now I'm with General RV, but I started off in 2015 as an RV salesman, and I was just an RV salesman, and I started making YouTube videos to generate more leads. Back then, I was the Craigslist king, right? And so then I'm all like, how do I get my own leads and everything? And I started making YouTube videos, and whenever I had a customer call in, literally I'm like, oh, let me make a video of that unit for that customer, but I shared it on YouTube, you know what I'm saying? So it was kind of like for that customer, but also for the internet. And I used to spam Facebook groups all the time. But my YouTube channel name was Matt at Leo's Vacation Center at the time, and I grew it all the way up to 1,600 subscribers, and it was amazing. And so then I was a big fan of Gary Vaynerchuk, and I go to this event called Agent 2021, which is all about self-branding. Longer story short, Gary actually selected me to be the focal point of a focal group, and we changed the YouTube channel name from Matt at Leo's Vacation Center, shrunk it down to Matt's RV Reviews, and then I wanted to do some sort of star system. This motorhome gets a 4.3, this motorhome gets a 7.8. Figured out that wasn't a good idea since I was a salesperson, and it wasn't my dealership, right? So then we came up with the idea of doing 3 things we like about it, 3 things we don't like about it, which that's what became my shtick, right?
Yeah.
1 year later, went from 1,600 to 16,000. 1 year later, went from 16,000 to over 100,000, and now here we are, 1 million on TikTok, 250,000 on YouTube, and now we have our own product line, which is Liquefied, the best RV toilet treatment in the industry, and that is a prime poop position.
Well, wait a minute. So you jumped there pretty quick. How did that come to mind and said, that is something we should do? Obviously, you've got a lot of people watching you. And that's something I struggle with as well, is how do you help all your viewers? And that was the way you decided to do it. So did you partner with somebody who's building or supplied this?
Yeah, so first and foremost, I selfishly, I was helping myself, okay? So my business is Matt's RV Reviews. But I read the book Rich Dad, Poor Dad and figured out that my business isn't a business. It's a very good job. It is a sole proprietorship. If I stop filming, I lose my job and my whole team loses their job. If I stop filming, no different than if a barber stops cutting hair, right?
Yep, because you are it.
I am it, the sole proprietorship, right? ESB&I. So I'm like, man, I need a business, right? And so at first I was going to do surge protectors. And I'm like, man, I don't know anything about surge protectors. And it was going to be $1 million to start, right? I found the people that made the Hughes Auto Formers or whatever. And I was like, oh, I'll just private label it and do it myself, to be honest with you. But it was going to be $1 million, which, believe it or not, I didn't have, nor do I still not have. Funny thing about that. And then 2, I'm like, what do I know about surge protectors? And who the heck am I? I have no competitive advantage over you, right?
Right.
I'm like, so what is my competitive advantage? What am I known
Your
for?
point of differentiation.
Right. And I'm like, I could start selling toilets, right? Because I sit on the toilet. And then it hit me one day, I'm like, toilet chemical. So then I go on Amazon and I buy 15 of the top selling toilet chemicals and I test them all and I find a manufacturer and I said, hey, I'm going to bring you the smell of this brand and the work of this brand, and I just want you to reverse engineer it and make it. Coincidentally, there was 2 brands that were the winners, and Century Chemical made the other brand as well. They private labeled the other brand, and then their brand was the best brand. So I go up to Century Chemical, and I said, hey, I'm Matt. I'm a YouTuber. Can you private label for me? And we came up to an agreement, and now we're Liquefied, and we are, in the utmost respectful way, we sell more toilet treatment than what they do for their own brand. Don't get me wrong. They're not in the toilet treatment industry. They're in the toilet treatment, antifreeze, winterization stuff.
Got it.
They're in a whole bunch. So if you just take their toilet treatment industry, we sell more than them.
Okay.
And here's what I like to tell people. Again, humbly, we are great marketers, and we did not just formulate this in our bathtub. They've been making toilet treatment for 97 years. They are one of the biggest suppliers of the porta potty industry. You know what I'm saying? So they're in that industry as well. So and so we partnered with them, and now we have Liquefy, and we are the fastest growing RV aftermarket product in the industry.
Nice.
We are number 4 on Amazon, and we beat everybody except Camco, Wallex, and Unique. So Camco and Wallex, they're the 2 big guys, right? And they have national distribution, and they sell their stuff so cheap. And don't get me wrong, I much rather own Wallex or Camco, but they are the cheap, the Hondas and the cheaper stuff. And then Unique is a specialty product, and they beat us most days. And we strive to be a Unique, the specialty product, the enzymes and the bacteria, not just a fragrance that masks the smell.
Sure.
And again, nothing's wrong with their companies or brands, number 1s and 2s, but just a different approach. Excuse me for that. And then every once in a while, we do beat out Unique. And I'm friends with Ricky Stewart, the owner, or he's part of the family with Unique. And I have to send him a little message every time we top him.
There you go.
But so out of 365 days, they probably beat us for 350 of them. But Ricky knows every time we hit one of those 15 days.
You got to do that.
It's competitive. It's competitive fun.
You got to.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
So.
Well, that's awesome.
Yeah, thank you.
So I got to ask you one other question here.
Ask me too.
And that I will.
3.
And that is one of the things I've watched you now. I think you've done it a couple times where you've gone, was it to Germany?
Yes.
And I'm so intrigued with what appears to be a much higher quality standard they have in the RVs there. That's
Okay.
what it looks like. Now you
Sure.
tell me because you were there. But I'm just curious, they're less expensive. The layout seems to be nicer than a lot of them we get in the States. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, it's definitely a different market over there. So first and foremost, hopefully you'll be able to run into the Roaming Radfords. They're here in America now.
Okay.
And I'm friends with them. I met them over in Germany. But I can't comment on quality, okay? Here's what I can comment on. And I could comment on quality. It's not that like I'm avoiding it. It's the American market is so much more ambitious than the European market. This is my 2 cents. This is my takeaway. This is my hot take, as you would say.
All right.
This show is effing mayhem. What you see here, there is not a person on this planet that knows how many units are here. Nobody knows. Nobody knows. The dealerships, they'll pack them in inch by inch. And if you make $1 million as an RV manufacturer, you're broke, right? It's all about how do we fit the most amount of RVs in a show? How do we fit the most amount of features in a 30-foot unit? Over at the European market, there were so many micro brands, it's unreal. They don't care about selling 5,000 RVs a year. They're good at, 200.
Yeah.
That's what we can do. We're at capacity. We're just going to make 200, and we're going to craft it a little better. Whereas this market, it's, hey, we just made 5,000 fifth wheels. How do we make 6? Hey, this Arcadia Select, great unit, by the way, and I don't throw shade at it. I'm only saying it because it's here. Their whole objective is how do we get it to a sale price of $34,999.
Right.
The European market, it wasn't quite like that. They didn't care about the volume. But how it got to $35,900 is it was once $39,900. Then Cougar came in at $38,900. Then Arcadia came in at $37,900. Then Cougar came in at $36,900. You know what I'm saying? And the RV, you know what it is? Not blaming the consumers, but the manufacturers cater to what the consumers want, and the consumers want a fifth wheel for $34,900.
Right. Right.
And you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's kind of weird. It's definitely like a double-edged sword because the customer wants the biggest and best unit for the cheapest price, and now the manufacturers are competing with each other. And to get cheaper prices, you need cheaper materials, lumber core, foil wrapping, which means you're not getting as well of a built RV. which means now we come to the year 2024, Brinkley's blowing it out of the water. And everybody's wondering, what is Brinkley doing different? Brinkley's RV, that's that same size, is $60,000, $70,000.
Exactly.
And so everybody's like, oh my God, Brinkley's are just different and they're special. Or they just build well. And it's like, well, yeah, but they're also double the price. So everybody always asks me, what's better? Brinkley or Alliance? Brinkley or Grand Design? Brinkley or Arcadia? The answer is Brinkley. Brinkley's the better unit, period. Don't ask me what's better. Ask me what's better. I'm not being rude. Sorry. Don't ask me what better. And it's not an opinion. The Brinkley's better. Here's the question. Is the Brinkley worth the $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 price increase? Are you going to get that much more happiness out of that Brinkley over that Grand Design? To some people, yes.
Yes,
To other
because
people, no.
I definitely think there's an audience that is starving in the industry
Yep.
for give me the highest quality.
Yep.
I will pay more for it.
And
give me something that's going to last, that
boom.
feels upgraded,
Bam.
feels up to date.
Bickety bop bop. Yep, absolutely.
Give me that because I don't know if I was on your channel once, but I was on someone's. You walk in and you go, man, it is hard pressed to jump in an RV today and then go back 5 years ago and go, did we do any difference from what that was to what it is today in some manufacturers, right?
Yep.
And so I do think that there's an audience. And I don't know how big it is, but yes, we'll pay more if you give me something that feels like I'm getting more.
Tell me something
Boom.
good.
Boom!
Yes.
So just a thought, but I appreciate you sharing that.
Yeah.
And I did see, it just looks like there's cooler things, and I wish some more of those European manufacturers would start selling in the States. That's just me, though.
Yeah, definitely.
I think competition's great that way.
Competition breeds success. I always agree with that. But yeah, no, there's definitely a lot of it, a lot to consider, and just keep going and growing and going and growing.
Yeah. So my last question for you is, if there's one common question you get on your channel all the time, because nobody really gets to see the whole summarized questions like you do.
Yes.
What is the one thing that people ask of you the most?
I love it. What's the best RV?
Okay.
Okay.
That's what they ask.
So again, it's not about the same thing with the Brinkley, right? And first and foremost, what's the best RV? What are you looking for? Looking for a Class A, a diesel, fifth wheel travel trailer, a big
glamping,
one,
camping, boondocking.
big one, small one, medium one. Are you trying to be lightweight? Are you trying to be under 35,000? Does price not matter? But price always matters. And again, what I like to tell people is kind of like that same analogy. Doesn't matter what you're looking for, fifth wheels, motorhomes, everything. What type of RV do you have?
An Airstream Atlas.
Of course you're an Airstream guy.
Why do you say
Okay.
that?
Well, no, because I can't compare it to that.
Okay. Why not?
So, because Airstreams are kind of like in its own thing. But you know what? I am going to do it.
Okay, go.
Follow me.
Okay, let's do it.
Follow me. So you have an Airstream Atlas,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
So here's what I like to tell people. How much is an Airstream Atlas brand new?
MSRP is over 300.
Okay, 310, 320, 330?
Yes, it depends if you get their E1 package, all the the electrical stuff or
Okay.
not. But yes,
So here's a Delano.
yes, I
Kinda
own one of
similar.
those.
Yep. You own one of those as well?
I did. I used it.
Oh,
I
okay.
put it on Outdoorsy to rent it out.
There you go. Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, so this Delano is $241 MSRP with a sale price of $149.
Yes.
An Airstream Atlas is $300 MSRP, and see Airstreams. The reason why I was like, oh man, because Airstreams don't discount. But let's say an Airstream did discount to $250.
Oh, they are. They're like 50, 60 grand off of that MSRP.
Okay, so $240,
270-ish.
right? $270-ish. Okay, so here's what I like to ask people. It's not about what's better. The way I envision it, people are like, oh, if you had unlimited money, which one would you buy? And that's not good. That's not a good thing. It's take this unit.
Yeah.
You said 270. Put $100,000 next to it. That is Unit A, and then just the Airstream's Unit B.
Yep.
Period. End of story.
Yep.
So it's not about, because everybody would say an Airstream over Delano. Everybody would say a Discovery LXE over a Fleetwood Bounder. You know what
Sure.
I'm saying? But it's not that.
If it wasn't about money.
It's a Delano plus $100 grand in your pocket over the Airstream. Oh, Airstream has the airbags, right?
Yep, it does.
I can buy a really great airbag
Yes,
with
you can.
$100,000,
You can,
right?
no doubt.
So it's no different than that Quantum over there. That Quantum
For
is
60 grand.
What's it? 59.9?
Yep.
59.9 for a Class C motorhome, brand new.
Mm-hmm.
Which means the 69 one is better. The 79 one is better. The 89 one is better. It's going to be built better. It's going to have better features. It's going to look better. But again, for less than a Mercedes-Benz, you can have a motorhome with a bathroom. That looks pretty good to me.
Yeah.
Alex, am I missing anything?
Yeah, spot on.
Spot on.
Yeah.
It's not about which one's better. You got to look at the unit plus the price plus keeping money in your pocket. You know, remember, and always remember, it's not miles per gallon, it's miles per gallon.
That's a great way to look at it. Well, Matt, I know you're busy. Thank you, man. I really
Thank you.
appreciate taking a few minutes and talking to everybody.
Thank you.
Yep. Hey, if you haven't subscribed, please do. Thanks.